Welcome back, people. You are listening to Little Rhody Sports Talk, and brought to you by Kyle and Josh. I'm Josh. He's Kyle. You know the names. Remember them. Don't forget them. And this edition, we're going to talk about the Lakers. And yes, they are in trouble. Playing tournament bound? Question mark. I don't know. Playing right now, tied with the Rockets, 7-7 last time I checked. Nope, 12-9 now, but that's going to obviously keep changing. And by the time we post this, you guys are going to know the scores. But that's where we are right now when we're recording live. But yeah, tell me what you think, Kyle, the Lakers. If they have to make it to the play-in tournament, are they done?
It's an interesting thing because this is the second time we're seeing the play-in tournament. And obviously last year was a special time because it was in the bubble. This time we're seeing it incorporated with actual travel. You have to travel to these locations.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be the biggest factor. We might be seeing LeBron James in this, which I think is pretty ironic because he was the one that advocates for it, and now is complaining that he doesn't like the idea.
Yeah,
simply because it's simply because he's going to be a part of it.
Funny how the tables have turned, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I found an article here which explains a few reasons why they're having this trouble. Let me bring it up for you guys so you can see.
Let me guess the main point, LeBron being hurt.
It is one of the main points. So we have here top 10 warning signs Lakers are in trouble this season. This was May 3rd. So this was just about a week ago. One of the biggest reasons was they only had 71 days this year.
Right.
It was the shortest offseason. The shortest offseason, along with seeing big signing as well. Clearly here with Dennis Schroeder, Montrez, Mark, and
Wesley
I
was just going to say, a lot of their roster was like a revolving door. People came in and out from the championship team.
Yeah.
A lot of new faces.
Yeah, so with that short 70-day window, it brought issues with team chemistry not coming together and stuff, as you see right here with the second point made by the articles. And then as the season started progressively getting along, we saw the games were getting tighter and tighter. We see that the NBA is a more offensive league now. So these leagues where they're 20 plus, those are not for certain wins. You have to still continue to play each way through. Had it been about 10 years back when games were like 20 points, people were 100% certain the game's going to stay at 20 points. Defense will be played efficiently. That's not the case nowadays with this NBA. You can come back from a 20-point game, especially within 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, simply because a team can have a meltdown. We've seen
and
the Lakers have
too. Threes are really changing the game. Pace in general too, but a lot of it has to do with fast break threes.
Yeah, and we've seen that happen multiple times where the Lakers just run out of energy, which brings us to our third point right here is where they just run out of gas through the overtime games because, again, load management resting is, which then brings up
for example, tonight, Anthony Davis isn't playing today against the Rockets.
Which brings up
the Rockets are a bad team, but play before the playoffs.
Which brings up my next point with the Anthony Davis injury. Now, this was back in February. It was a little bit while ago, but Anthony Davis was out for a decent amount of time. And when Davis was gone for those few games, Schroeder was also ruled out as well. And the Lakers went on a losing streak. And when
Schroeder's still out too, as of right now.
Yeah, and when Anthony Davis and Schroeder and everyone's together, 21-7 is their record. They were number 2 in the West.
They were very hot in the first half of the year, and then once injuries happened, it was like a snowball downhill.
Yep,
and they just getting worse.
And they just haven't been the same since. With the highlight right here, 35-23. That's with him on the floor, and then 12 and 16 when he's crazy. And then you also understand with the backup situation, because obviously you need a backup to replace, Anthony Davis. You bring in Marc Gasol.
Sucks anyways. He's not even doing anything. When you put him out on the court, he's barely getting any stats now. He just can't. I think his NBA career is done. He just doesn't he's too slow. Can't play defense anymore. He still has his passing at least, but that's the only good thing about him right now.
Yeah, that is true. But I mean, he is it was their only option with replacing Anthony Davis for that for those games when he was injured. He did his job. He stayed in the paint, blocked
now
if
they
he
got
needed
Andre
to.
Drummond too. And Harrell, so that helps.
Yeah, But at the time when they had Marc Gasol, he was gone for a decent amount of games due to a COVID-19 positive test. So
he's a good veteran at least.
yeah, but the thing though is the Lakers lacked height, so nobody was getting rebounds, which caused offensive rebounds for other teams, causing them to increase the leads and really making the Lakers like be thrown out of the rhythm.
Right.
And then
LeBron's injury.
Yeah, we've seen this talked about on ESPN numerous times. You guys have definitely seen it. Fox Sports, it's talked about on every sports channel because LeBron makes headlines. Him breathing makes headlines somehow. Yeah. But his injury made the Lakers go on a big slump, 8-12 as you can see here, but struggled offensively because LeBron is just such an offensive guy. He knows how to get to the hole. He's actually the weird thing is since he's left Cleveland, he's somehow been able to increase his 3-point shooting, which is the part that blows my mind.
Yeah, it is amazing.
Because he doesn't have the most beautiful shot. Like it goes over his head like this. It's not like Steph Curry where it's like, pull up and then
Steph Curry's is just art. It's poetry in motion.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then trade deadline, no big moves. Just signing Drummond. That was it pretty much.
Yeah, they kind of fumbled the bag here a little bit. They had decent opportunities, especially because now you just had Andre Drummond. So they have been able to bring in people for the center position because, Anthony, Mark, kind of issues. Andre Drummond.
Yeah, I will say this too. They could have used moving Schroeder because, he's a good point guard. He's good against the rim. Good overall player, but he's not a good catch and shoot player, a good shooter from the 3-point line in general. And like LeBron, he kind of needs a point guard who can shoot well, and especially because he's driving so much in those kickouts. And I think that experiment isn't working the best. So, and they didn't capitalize on his trade value whatsoever, and that definitely hurt.
Yeah, you bring up Schroeder right here. As you can see, negotiations. They were going to send Schroeder over to Toronto, the Raptors.
Right?
Yeah, for the Raptors. But because Toronto wanted to get Horton Tucker, the 20-year-old rookie, still has a lot of years to learn and stuff, can be a viable asset. The Lakers didn't want to send him over too.
The funny thing is, Lakers need more from that kid too right now, to be honest. And I'll say this: he is a good role player. He's a pretty good role player right now, but that's all he is at this moment. And I don't think he's a difference maker in the playoffs for them. He's not going to help them get out of the play-in round. I mean, maybe he will. Who knows? I mean, he's still a good player, but you get my point.
I think with more time, he can definitely improve.
Yeah, just not this year necessarily.
Yeah. So now we have, again, the signing of Andre Drummond. But the thing, though, is originally they wanted to get, Blake Griffin, LaMarcus Aldridge. Now LaMarcus Aldridge is not in the picture anymore because he retired due to a condition, the irregular heartbeat. Very unfortunate for him.
Yeah,
but originally, definitely prayers to him. Very serious.
Him and his family.
But originally, their number one target wasn't originally Andre Drummond, but that's who they ultimately settled with. Now, again, he's good. He's not the best, but he's good. He shows up every game. He does put in a viable effort. He can get you the rebound.
Cough.
Yeah. He just lacks free throw shooting and mid range, but I mean he can get you with some good post moves, spin moves, back down.
You know what too though? I mean, when he was on his own team, he wasn't efficient at shooting at the rim. But I think when LeBron does come back, LeBron will be able to elevate him. So I think you'll see more production from him there.
Yeah. So here's his stats right here for this season. Again, pretty good. Can be better, but I mean it's pretty good for the situation where he's in because he's not the number one option.
What was the next one say? Davis and James awkward returns. Yeah, I mean, you don't want your two best players, playing together for the first time in a while in the play-in tournament, especially if you're playing a Warriors team that's been pretty hot lately. Just beat the Suns last night, the number one seed, and the night before that they beat the Jazz or whatever, how many nights before. So they just beat the top two teams in the West. That Warriors team, they got a lot of firepower. That's not going to be an easy win. If that does happen.
Big highlight right here is 1-5 since Anthony Davis returned and 0-2 since James returned.
Wow.
On 40% below shooting. That's not going to win you playoff games. That could potentially get you into the playoffs, but you won't get any playoff wins because of it.
No, you better hope that Steph Curry breaks a rib or something and can't play.
All right, and now on to our last point, which the article mentions is just many issues with with game day decisions being with players ruling out. Um, and it's just you see like the little injuries, you see the load management becoming an issue, and you can clearly see because of this shortened season what this did to the Lakers. If I can pull this up, that 71 days, they clearly showed that just didn't have enough time to rest. They didn't have enough time to really plan anything out. They were especially during the regular season, they were just trying to throw anything together and make magic work. It's like putting puzzle pieces in the correct positions and trying to make it into a picture. You simply just cannot do that. It's not going to work.
Yeah. So in your opinion, is this season salvageable? If they do have to go through the play-in tournament, can they make a finals run and potentially win it all?
No, because you got to be able.
Being the defending champs.
No, that means them being the defending champs means absolutely nothing to me because they don't look like defending champs this season. They have that to their name.
They did in the beginning at least, but yeah, no, nowhere like it now.
No, Anthony Davis hurt himself, and then other people had to step up, and then because they had to, try to put in, they were trying to make up for Anthony Davis's loss. Then they started falling apart. Basically, everyone on the team is turning into a Mr. Potato Head where all the parts just fall out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
why. Yeah, Schroeder's injury problems, LeBron, AD obviously. Yeah, just unsalvageable. And Portland is on pace to win tonight, I think, too. Live time. I'd want to say if they win tonight against the Jazz that they clinch their their playoff berth, but I'm not sure. I think maybe the Lakers would have to lose and Portland would have to win tonight for that to happen, but I don't know. But I don't think the Lakers will get it anyways. I think they're going to have to go through that play-in tournament, and that's going to be interesting. So, yeah, they got a very tough road ahead. Yeah,
let's just give the viewers on YouTube and Facebook and everywhere else just a quick view of the situation right now. So as you can see, everyone's already filled in here. Right now, Wizards are the only one right now that don't have a guaranteed spot. They have the Bulls, but I'm more than confident the Wizards will make the play-in tournament. I just can't see them winning again. That. Yeah, I just can't really see them being the Celtics unless for some reason the Celtics do their usual choking this year, which seems to be a common theme.
Did the Celtics win tonight? I didn't even watch the game against the Cavs.
I can tell you real quick. No, they did not win. They lost.
Of course they lost to Cleveland. Wow. I heard Kevin Love was having a good game.
102-94 they lost.
He scored 30. Yep. Yeah. Well, just to keep this video short and concise and mostly just about the Lakers, and they're in a lot of trouble. They got a very rough road, as you all can see.
Yeah. So currently at the moment they'd be facing San Antonio, who
no. It's going to be the 7 and 8, and then they'll play. Then the winner of the 7 and 8 automatically gets in the playoffs. But the loser will have to play the winner of the 9 and 8, I believe.
I thought it was 7. Oh, I thought it was 7 and 10.
No, they're doing it weird like that. Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't matter because it makes sense. Because it would make sense to do 7 and 10 because then obviously 7 would move on, no issue, and then 8 and 9 would battle it out for the last. That is weird.
Yeah. So yeah, 7 and 8 automatically gets in. That's why I said too, Lakers and Warriors, if they do have to play each other, that's going to be a great matchup. Yeah. That's going to be a fun game to watch. But yeah, Lakers are in trouble. So you know what?
Yeah.
And I hope they lose, to be honest. Don't want to see them win it again.
Yeah. Well, that's the situation we have right here for you, as you can see.
Yeah, just to sum up this video. Yeah, that's it. We're done. So don't forget to do all that good stuff. Comment, share, like, subscribe. And, we always appreciate your feedback and your continued support.
And shout out to us. Shout out to Anthony's Jewelers. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate you guys. We obviously shout you guys out in every other video. We're trying to keep it as short, so we're going to link everything in the description below for you guys. Yes. For you guys to check out Anthony's Jewelers.
Links in description. Take care, everybody. Peace.
Have a good night, everybody.